Hey y'all, it's your girl J77. Don't forget to tap that like button, hit subscribe, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I seriously want to know how y'all feel about this one. Let's dive in. Not next week, maybe next week. Nah, scratch. It's Thursday already. This week's been a whole mess. But what really matters is that on Wednesday, July 2nd, Tiffany Hot Mess Express Henyard is back in court. And not for one thing, she's got 10 separate cases on the docket. It's wild trying to keep track of all of it. Looking at the list, we've got a case from TAC Group Investments, LLC. Another one from someone named Jeff Darris. Can't tell if that's a person or a company either. Then there's a filing from the Edgar County Watchdogs, and David Duvall is also in the mix. But the one that really made me sit up was the case filed by the Dalton Professional Firefighters. Like, how bad do you gotta mess up to get sued by the people who literally risked their lives running into flames? That's not some everyday lawsuit, that's serious. So, Tiffany's about to spend the next 2 straight days shuffling through courtrooms. Tuesday, packed with 6 cases, then Wednesday, for more. It's giving marathon, not a sprint. And if I had to guess what she'd be doing while she's in there, lying through her teeth. I don't know exactly what story she's gonna try and spin, but I can promise you, the truth ain't making an appearance. That much. I'm solid on. Tiffany, hold my purse. Henyard, step on up, because yeah, I got something to get off my chest. Girl, you need to take a seat. You've been doing the absolute most with 0 results to show for it. You got so cozy. Being dragged to court, it's like you think it's just part of the job now. But let's be clear, you're not in office anymore. You hold no title, no authority, yet your name is still stamped on every court filing like it's your personal brand. And these lawsuits, they're not aimed at the village. They're not directed at the township. They're coming for you, sis, personally. This is about your actions, your decisions, your mess, period. If there's still a dime left with your name on it, don't get too comfortable. It's not going to sit there for long. This whole thing, it's a circus. One big tangled up, full-blown mess. And the moment firefighters, literal lifesavers, step up and say, nah, we're suing, that tells you everything you need to know. Like, come on, that's not just noise, that's serious. And let's be real, if she actually shows her face in court, we already know what's coming next. A Facebook Live meltdown. Talking about, I beat the case, or they can't stop me, or they're just mad 'cause I had power. Keyword, had. You had it. You don't anymore. That crown's gone. Sis, she'll be strutting around downtown with her man, like it's a victory lap, acting like she's on some kind of media tour, hyping herself up like the whole world's against her. But let's be real. The only thing happening here is consequences finally catching up. It's courtroom 0208. Then, over to 2008 non-stop, like it's back-to-back like a Netflix binge, only way less entertaining and way more embarrassing. Honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore, it's just a lot. But I am curious to see how it all plays out. So y'all tell me, drop it in the comments. What do you think is gonna happen? My guess, she's gonna hit M with the 5th again, just like last time. That seems to be her favorite move. Will it work? I don't know. But best believe, be right here, watching every second of it. So what y'all think? Is Tiffany finally gonna speak up in court? Or is she just gonna ride that same tired wave and plead the 5th again? 'Cause let's be honest, everything about her behavior screams stalling. Delay, deflect, dodge, that's the whole strategy. And those attorneys she got. Ooh, I gotta ask, are they even helping her? Like truly, 'cause the way this whole case is unraveling, I wouldn't be shocked if her own legal team was low-key driving the bus straight off the cliff. At this point, it's giving intentional sabotage. And if that's what's happening, oh, the irony. After everything she pulled, for it to be her own squad that takes her out. That's karma with a front row seat and popcorn. Tiffany out here fumbling the bag with the same people who are supposed to be protecting it. Self-sabotage on expert mode. Honestly, this whole situation with Tiffany is just wild. It's tragic. It's messy, and low-key, it's turning into a dark comedy. Like if this was a movie, it would be filed under drama, legal thriller, and maybe even satire. Because the level of foolishness we're seeing is something else. You've got someone who held power, who held public trust, now sitting at the center of what feels like a courtroom circus. And let's be honest, she did this to herself. Ain't nobody had to frame her. Ain't nobody had to make anything up. She set the table, served the meal, and now she's choking on her own mess. That's not even shade. That's facts. Now, we're watching it all unfold in real time, and every court date is like a new episode in this drama series that just won't end. We're seeing lawsuits from residents, business owners, professional firefighters, the very people she was supposed to be serving. Think about that. When even the people who put their lives on the line every day feel they've got no choice but to sue you. That's not just a red flag, it's a whole fireworks show. You didn't just mess up on a policy level, you fumbled the humanity part. And let me be clear, nobody expects perfection from public officials. Mistakes happen. But what people do expect is some level of accountability, some level of transparency. In Tiffany, she gave the complete opposite. So now the spotlight is on her hand. It's not the kind of attention she used to love. This isn't a Facebook Live where she can control the narrative, mute the comments, or talk over people until she wins the argument. This is a courtroom, and in a courtroom, facts matter, receipts matter, testimonies matter, and the law. The law don't care about your clout, your followers, or your church hat collection. It's not gonna smile for your photo op. The courtroom doesn't play favorites, and that's why this is all catching up with her. Slowly but surely. The truth is knocking in. Tiffany looks like she's out of doors to hide behind. And here's where it really gets interesting. You'd think with this much heat on her, she'd tighten up. She'd lay low, listen to some actual legal experts, and stop adding fuel to the fire. But no, sis is either silent when she needs to speak, or rambling when she should have stayed quiet. And when she does show up, it's all rehearsed attitude and empty statements. We're talking about a person who used to flood our timelines with selfies and status updates, now ducking and dodging like she's allergic to accountability. I mean, it's almost poetic. You spent all that time demanding to be seen, and now that you've finally got everyone's attention, you got nothing to say. Not a thing. Let's not forget, she's already been caught pleading the fifth once before. That move might have seemed slick in the moment, but when you're facing this many legal battles, silence starts to sound a lot like guilt. And sure, her supporters, what's left of them, might try to spin it. They'll say it's strategic, that it's legal advice, that she's being unfairly targeted. But at some point, we have to stop pretending. At some point, you can't keep calling everything a witch hunt when there's a bonfire of receipts behind you. And that brings us to her legal team. Woo baby, these attorneys. I don't know what game they're playing, but if I were Tiffany, I'd be nervous. Because some of the moves they're making feel less like defense and more like sabotage. Now, I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but if they were, it would be a plot twist worthy of Netflix. Imagine being brought down not by the haters, not by the press, not even by the court itself, but by the very folks you hired to save you. Now that's karma with a sense of humor. She's not just coming for your edge, she's coming for the whole scalp. And you know what the sad part is? This didn't have to happen like this. Tiffany had chances. She had time. She had people warning her, advising her, even pleading with her to slow down, do better, be better. But she ignored all of it. She treated public service like a popularity contest, like it was about being seen and heard, not actually doing the hard work. And now the work is here at the real work hand. She's nowhere to be found. So here we are, watching it all go down, case by case, courtroom by courtroom. The schedule is jam-packed, and yet she still somehow thinks she can finesse her way out of all this. Zoom calls instead of real appearances. Excuses instead of explanations. But the walls are closing in. And no amount of dodging is going to change the fact that these cases are personal. These are lawsuits in her name, not the township, not the village. That's accountability knocking. That's the real world checking in.